Hello, caregiver. Hello, my lovely learners. How are you all doing today? Greetings to you all. Welcome to another edition of the Ghana Learning Radio English lesson. I'm so excited to come your way today. This is Basic 7, Lesson 4. We are going to learn English today. This is your radio teacher, Madam Sally. Today, we will continue with our lesson on the uses of simple present tense. Yes, we shall also discuss the simple present tense of the third person singular. My lovely learners, get your pens and your notebooks ready. Call your caregiver, friends, and siblings, and let's get started. My dear learners, in our previous lesson, we learned how to form the simple present tense form of verbs and their uses to express ideas that are habitual. I hope you remember what we discussed. Good. We said that the simple present tense form of a verb is used to express actions that happen regularly. Now, let's listen to some of the examples of sentences that we used to show or to express the habitual sense of action. Are you ready? Let's go. Mr. and Mrs. Mensah go to the cinemas every Tuesday. I'll take that again. Mr. and Mrs. Mensah go to the cinemas every Tuesday. This sentence shows that Mr. and Mrs. Mensah often go to the cinemas on Tuesdays, which means it is something they do regularly, or it is a regular activity. Now let's listen to the next sentence. My sister and I visit our granny twice a week. I'll repeat that. My sister and I visit our granny twice a week. Again, this sentence also indicates that my sister and I visit granny twice every week, something we do regularly. Now, my dear learners, it's your turn. Using the simple present tense, write 3 examples of sentences that expresses what you do regularly. Well done, my dear learners. Now kindly read out your sentences to your caregiver. My dear learners, we shall look at other uses of the simple present tense form of the verb in the next session. Keep practicing. Well done, my dear learners. Thank you, caregiver. You are all doing very well. Welcome back, my caregiver and dear learners. We will continue with our discussion on ways to use the simple present tense. Are you ready? Let's go then. In this session, my dear learners, we shall continue to look more at the simple present tense and use it to express other ideas. My dear learners, listen carefully to these sentences. Each sentence will be said twice. Are you ready? Listen carefully. Sentence 1. Amma reads well. Amma reads well. Sentence 2. They play basketball. They play basketball. Sentence 3. We work at the cocoa processing company. I repeat that. We work at the cocoa processing company. In these sentences, the verbs used indicate the simple present tense. We mentioned the last time that the simple present tense form of the verb is used to express actions that happen all the time, but they express ideas. Good. Now, my dear learners, it's your turn. Write down 2 examples of sentences which express ideas. Good. My learners, welcome back. What verbs did you use? Are they in the simple present tense form? Good. Read your sentences to your caregiver. Congratulations, my learners. We shall look at other ways of using the simple present tense form of the verb later today.
Pause the playing, it's time for learning. The future is calling on the radio. Are you hearing? No, are you listening? School, are you missing it? Call your sister, auntie, cousin, ask them, are you listening? Ghana Learning Radio is designed to engage the children in fun and exciting ways. So mothers, fathers, and children, let's all gather around the radio.
My caregivers and dear learners, welcome to this session. Before we continue with the next session on how to use the simple present tense of the verb, let's look at how to use it in the third person singular form. My dear learners, let's listen to these sentences. Are you ready? Let's go. Sentence 1. She enjoys playing the piano. Sentence 2. Kofi goes to school every morning. Now, learners, what is the form of the 2 verbs you heard from the sentences? Mention them to your caregiver. Did you mention enjoys and goes? Excellent. Now listen carefully. In forming the simple present tense, remember, you add s or es to the base form of the verb in the third person singular. I repeat that. In forming the simple present tense, remember, you should add either s or es to the base form of the verb in the third person singular. That is he, she, or it. My dear learners, rewrite the following sentences, changing the verb to the simple present tense form. Remember, the subject determines the form of the verb that should follow it. Great. I hope this will be very simple for you to do. Sentence 1. Listen carefully. Abba wash the dishes after dinner. Abba wash the dishes after dinner. Sentence 2. Kobe play football after lessons. Kobe play football after lessons. Now, my dear learners, share your sentences with your caregiver. And I'm very sure your answers were 1. Abba washes the dishes after dinner. Abba washes the dishes after dinner. And the second sentence will be, Kobe plays football after lessons. Kobe plays football after lessons. Bravo! You are all doing very well. Great job to you all.
Pause the playing, it's time for learning. The future is calling on the radio. Are you hearing? No, are you listening? School, are you missing it? Call your sister, auntie, cousin, ask them, are you listening? Ghana Learning Radio is designed to engage the children in fun and exciting ways. So mothers, fathers, and children, let's all gather around the radio.
Welcome back, caregiver and dear learners. We will continue with our discussion on uses of the simple present tense. Are you ready? Let's go. In this session, my dear learners, we shall continue to look at the simple present tense and its uses to express general truth. I repeat that. We are going to look at the simple present tense and its uses to express general truths. Good. Now, learners, listen carefully to these sentences. Each sentence will be read twice. Discuss the meaning with your caregiver. Are you ready? Let's move on. Sentence 1. The earth moves around the sun. I repeat that. The earth moves around the sun. My learners, what does it mean? The sentence means that the sun's action can never change. It is a permanent action. Is it not true that the earth moves round the sun? It's very true. Now, my learners, listen to the next sentence. The sun rises from the east. I repeat that. The sun rises from the east. What does it mean? Yes, the sun indeed shows up always from the east. This is to say that the statement is true and it will remain the same even in the future. What other general truths can you think of? My dear learners, what other general truths can you think of? Discuss them with your caregiver. You realize that in the above sentences, the verb used are in the present simple tense. I repeat that. The verbs used are in the simple present tense. This is to say that we can use the simple present tense to express general ideas or facts. Example: oil floats on the surface of water. Oil floats on the surface of water. Now, my learners, write 2 examples of sentences in the simple present tense that express general truths or facts. Good. Welcome back, my dear learners. What verbs did you use? Are they in the simple present tense form? Well done. Read them out to your caregiver. Congratulations, my dear learners. We shall look at the other ways to express the simple present tense form of the verb later.
Pause the playing, it's time for learning. The future is calling on the radio. Are you hearing? No, are you listening? School, are you missing it? Call your sister, auntie, cousin, ask them, are you listening? Ghana Learning Radio is designed to engage the children in fun and exciting ways. So mothers, fathers, and children, let's all gather around the radio.
Thank you all for participating so far. My learners, we learned more about the simple present tense in our lesson for today. We also learned about the uses of the simple present tense. Now, my dear learners, let us have a revision of what we have learned today. We learned that the simple present tense form of the verb is used to express actions that happen all the time or regularly. It is also used to express ideas such as habitual activities and general ideas or truths. For example, my dear learners, listen carefully. They play basketball. Sentence 2. Mansa flies the kite each day. Mansa flies the kite each day. Sentence 3. Oil floats on the surface of water. Again, oil floats on the surface of water. And lastly, there are 12 months in each year. There are 12 months in each year. Great! Again, in forming the simple present tense, remember, you should add S or ES to the base form of the verb in the third person singular, that is he, she, or it. Good. For example, my dear learner, listen carefully. Amma reads well. Amma reads well. Another example. My teacher teaches English. My teacher teaches English. Also, we said that we use the simple present tense to form sentences expressing general ideas, truths, or facts. I repeat that. We said we use the simple present tense to form sentences to express general ideas, general truths, or general facts. Good. For example, River Pra is one of the biggest rivers in Ghana. True, isn't it? Yes. My dear learners, this is a home activity to practice with your caregiver. Listen carefully. Complete the sentences with the correct simple present tense forms of the verbs in the brackets. Number 1. Mensa have a lot of money. Have is in the bracket. I repeat that. Mensa have a lot of money. Sentence 2. Daddy and mommy drive to work in the new car. And of course, drive is in the bracket. Daddy and mommy drive to work in the new car. Sentence 3. Amma smile at me. Smile is in the bracket. Sentence 3 again. Amma smile at me. My dear learners, before I take the leave of you, kindly open to page 7 of your worksheet, lesson 4, the simple present tense. Activity 1. You are being instructed to write down 3 sentences which express ideas. You are to write 3 sentences which express ideas. Activity 2. You are to find the correct simple present tense form of the verbs in the bracket. Number 1, Abba wash the dishes after dinner. Abba wash. So wash is in the bracket. Sentence 2, Kobe play football after lessons. Of course, play is in the bracket. Good. Activity 3. Write 2 examples of sentences that express general truths or facts. You are to write down 2 examples of sentences that express general truths or facts. Then lastly, activity 4. You are to complete the following sentences with the correct simple present tense form of the verb in the brackets. 1. Mensa have a lot of money. Have is in the bracket. Sentence 2. Daddy and mommy drive to work in the new car. Drive is in the bracket. Sentence 3. Amma smile at me. Smile is in the bracket. Sentence 4. That dog always bark at night. Bark is in the bracket. Then lastly, sentence 5. The teacher copy the notes on the board. copy is in the brackets. So I entreat all of you to attend to these activities that you have been asked to do. My caregiver and dear learners, we have come to the end of today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed the lesson for the day. Keep practicing and take good care of yourselves. Until I come your way next time, it's bye-bye.